Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2026 St. Patrick's Day special. We just did a game of Super Mario Party for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. We played a game of Maker Fruit Paradise, and we were able to pull off a very good successful win on that. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch. So let's jump right into it. I did have Nick Lyric with me in the last segment, but I don't have him with me right now, so I'm back to being by myself once again. Alright, let's get into this and let's have some fun. Alright, we're just going to do some quick matches. And we're going to do a total of 10 events for this segment. So, anyways, we're going to start things off with the 100 meters. We're just going to do buttons only. And I'm going to play as Yoshi for this one, since this is St. Patrick's Day special. Alright, here we go. Alright, nice start. Alright! We got the win in first place just like that. That is a very good way to start the segment, as we're going to get ourselves a gold medal. Alright, let's jump into our second event now. Alright, anyways, next up we're going to do swimming. Alright, let's do this. Of course, try to keep a good, steady pace. Alright, not too bad of a turn there. Alright, let's bring out that super swim. And we got another win in first place. Very good. So we're going to get another gold medal on this one. Alright, let's see what happens now in our next event. And this time we are going to play archery. We're just going to do the individual version. Alright, time for round one. Alright, let's warm up very quickly by doing our practice. Alright, let's do this. Alright, got that bullseye right off the bat. Let's see if we can do it again. Alright, very good. Okay, 22.694 points to start things off. And we do start off in the lead in first place as well. Alright, round two. So now we get a super shot. Let's try to make this count. Alright! That was a very good shot. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I'll gladly take it. Alright, 33.65 points right there for that round, putting me up to 56.344. Alright, we maintain our lead in first place. Alright, on to the third and final round. Alright, good one. Alright, so we end things off with another super shot. Hoping for the best from it. It wasn't that bad, but it could have been better. Alright, 30.115 right there for that last round. And we finished with a grand total of 86.459. So that is another win right there that we just got in first place. And another gold medal is coming our way. Okay, so anyways, for our next event, we're going to do boxing. Our face against Peach on this one. Let's see how this goes. Ah, jeez. If Peach is really trying to hit me so good right now. Alright, we got her down. Ah, she got up. Oh no! Peach is performing a combo on me. That cannot be good. And now we're down. Alright, come on, we gotta try to get up. Okay, just barely stayed alive right there. Oh, got a combo now. Take that, sucker. Alright, got a knockout. That is how I roll. We barely were able to do that too right before the time ran out in the first round. So anyways, we're getting another gold medal. Alright, let's jump right into the next event now. And for this next one, let's do surfing. Alright, we got Bowser Jr., Blaze, and Knuckles as our opponents. Here we go. By the way, we're not going to do any of the events from Tokyo 1964 this time around, because Yoshi's not featured as one of the playable characters on those kinds of events, sadly. So we're just going to basically do some events from Tokyo 2020 right here for this kind of segment this time around. Alright. Anyways, let's get into the next wave. I was a little early there on that jump, and that does it for that wave. keep going. Alright, there's a big wave. Alright, let's perform a special trick there. And that wave is done. Let's see how the next wave turns out right here as we have 20 seconds left. Five seconds left. And that does it for that wave. But time's up anyway, so not that it really matters. Alright, we end up with 295.236 points. And looks like we got another win in first place. By literally close to 100 points right there. That was impressive. So there's another gold medal for us right there. Alright, so now for the next event, let's do skateboarding. Alright, see how it goes. Oh, it's too late right there on that job. A little early. Alright, let's perform that special trick. Too late. Alright, a little early. Oh, it's too late right there on that job. Alright, there we go. That's more like it. Alright, a little late. Alright, 10 seconds. Alright, time's up. And how well did we do? 381.754 points. And we got another win in first place once again. So, there's another gold medal. Anyways, for our next event, we're going to do sport climbing. Alright, let's do it. Was a little off there. Alright, let's get that chunk point there. Alright, we'll go get the extra health. Alright, let's perform some special moves. Another checkpoint. Alright, we can get some more health there. It's a little off, but it's okay. Another checkpoint. And time is up. Alright, got a very impressive distance right there on that of 81.506 meters. So, we do get another win right there in first place as we get another gold medal. Alright, we have 3 more events left to play right now in this segment. So, this time we're going to go ahead and play karate. Alright, looks like Tails is our opponent for this one. Here we go. Yeah, take that, sucker! And just like that, we got the win. I just could not be stopped right there. Alright, another gold medal once again. Alright, we're down to just 2 more events for this segment. So, this time, let's go and play football. Alright, we're just gonna have some random teammates with us for this. Who are we gonna get? Bowser Jr., Donkey Kong, and Blaze. Alright, we are taking on Peach, Shadow, Amy, and Vector. Let's do this. Oh, the ball already went out of bounds. Alright, let's pass it over here. Oh, why would you kick it out of bounds, Amy? Oh, what the heck was that? Alright, let's go ahead and power up. Oh, dang it. He saved it. Alright, we're in extra time now. Oh, so close. Alright, that's it for the first half. Alright, time to see what happens in the second half. Ah, dang it, shot was in my way right there when I took that shot. Oh, nice shot right there for the goal. 1-0. Alright, let's keep going. Ah, how did that go out of bounds? That was weird. Alright, let's do a little corner kick. Oh, what the heck? Alright, let's power up again. Booyah! Got our goal. And now it's 2-0. Ah, shoot! That was terrible. Thank you, Birdo. Alright, let's go back into extra time. Oh, how dare you, Shadow. Thank you. And time is up! So, we do get the win right there on that event, 2-0. Alright, so that is another gold medal yet again. Alright, anyways, we are going to do one more event to finish things off for the segment. And let's go and end it off with Dream Racing. Here we go. Alright, 20 rings. I do have a special trick, Ray. We'll go ahead and use it right here. Alright, now 20 rings. Alright, high speed shoe. That's very nice. Ah, dang, I was a little bit early right there. I'm trying to hop onto that rail. Oh well. I do have another special trick, right? Just got another high speed shoe. Alright! Just barely made it to the finish line right before somebody used the lightning right there. Oh, look at that! We got a new record! Let's go! Alright! We set a time right there of 1 minute and 55.218 seconds. Now that is a fantastic way to wrap things up for the segment. So, we are going to get ourselves the first medal. And not only was it very impressive right there of how we got a new record right there on that last event, we did manage to win all 10 of the events that we played right here as well. So that certainly really makes me proud right there. I will say that. So anyways, that is going to do it for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch as part of my 2026 St. Patrick's Day special. But we still have 3 more games left to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.